Assalamualaikum and very good morning. Today I would like to present about the non-Euclidean theory. So let's start. This is the contents that I will present today. Okay, there are plenty of theory that have been proposed over the year to help explain people how to learn about the decision making. From the decision making, it could transform a city. Okay, so now I would like to brief a little bit about non-Euclidean theory. As we know, Euclidean theory was used in order to stable the entity and common sense assumptions that have governed our understanding towards the city. It was between the engineering and the scientific characteristic of planning and more prefer for advanced decision making as well as its claim of superior over the other kind of decision making. But this theory no longer valid and must be abandoned. This planning theory should link knowledge with action. Planning is that profession practice that specifically seek to connect form of knowledge with the form of action in the public domain. Okay, five characteristics of non-Euclidean planning. It was planning should be normative, innovative, political, transactive, and planning should be based on the social learning. So the first one is the planning should be normative. Normative is something that have been deep value planning should hold. Generally takes the shape of assumption and practice, and our value are clearly analyze what we think as a result. It's it's how planning should be approached or what kind of planning should seek to create. Okay, next, learning innovative should define as the process of creating new solution or the value in the social, physical, and environment problem. It should be more focused rather than comprehensive in scope. So the next one is the planning should be political. Planner in political refer in the activity of planner with the political awareness about the policy making. The best part is urban planning urban planning and political are supposed to work together since planning involve everything that affect the city for negative or positive side. The government has commitment to well establish the principles of the system and emphasize the planning system and planning control. The implementation is built into the planning process that involves strategies, tactic design to overcome the resistance of change. So the next one is the planning should be transactive. Planning can make an event much more successful. Basically, it play an important role in our life. As a result, we see a society in a different way as they are in the past. So the transactive planning being one of the alternative for the comprehensive rational planning. So the community rationality being a planning model of transactive planning. There are people who get affected by planning. We know that society in a group of people with different interests. So for this, it's a need for intensive communication to make a different measure. Planning is carried as a central, and the population contribute a lot in the planning process with the technical knowledge and experience. Through this, you will be getting different sets of opinions, and also there is a face-to-face interaction between the population of the society and the planner. The mainly focus on the central goal instead of considering individual goals. So, okay, planning should be based on the social learning. Social learning is the process of developing knowledge, including skill, experience through human interactions. It is to help better integrate new idea about learning that include human behavior, social environments, modeling, and reinforcement. Social learning model of planning argue for an open process and required a confident leader that not afraid to make a decision making. But beside that, the leader should have a rationale to make a decisions. So this is a comparison between the other three theory that was advocate, implement, and citizen participation. The advocate was about the importance of citizen participation in decision making process. It also stick out the validation of public action through the public opinions. This advocate a bit different with the citizen participations, because citizen participate is in the category terms for citizen power. It's about the voice of the citizen, but the advocate one is the citizen participation, means they need citizen in their theory. Besides that, the implementation is it was about the theoretical approach to provide a better understanding and explain of how and why implement success or fail. So here is the study case. This is about the KLCC design, lead the regeneration. So as we know, KLCC is an integrated mixed-use development. KLCC project is regarded as the symbol of the globalization era and the new city image of Kuala Lumpur. The local authority made a case for redeveloping the area based on the two urban challenges. First one is the redevelop more suitable land use, and the second one is the counterbalance the pressure for urbanizations. So, this show that in Euclidean theory that engineering and scientific should be used in this story. Should be used in this theory also need to be combination of knowledge and actions in order to face this challenge. In this project, the public against the developments, they putting forward complaints that the iconic building would overshadow their property. So these people own the surrounding property then and were concerned that their property value would drop as a result of the development. The SCC project has a significant enhanced economic growth, establish more opportunity, besides it as an injection development. Okay, usually when the ministry decide to do a development, it goes through immediately. When the ministry decide that is we cannot say when the ministry decide that is it, we should do the development. The local authority could not say anything that could against the decision and no question asked. Okay. Um, this project changed the demography involved. It broader social and cultural process. The compact and the integrated mixed use is still able to encourage a sociality and environment sustainable. The social economic character of the area shaped the KLCC development based on the unique trait and embrace the strong connection between the city and the peoples. Besides, the physical and environment play their roles in the project. The conclusion is urban transformation always related to the physical environment development and likely to influence the social environments. The planning theory is the commitment to highlight and to keep track of who and why it exists in the planning. Besides, the planning is a process of construction of rational solution for the problem related to the quality of life in the city. Okay, thank you. That's all from me. Have a nice day.